Right, and we see Uda banned out immediately. Probably targeted it into stealth, I suppose. Well, I have seen Volf occasionally play him. There we go, there's a Morgana ban straight away.
Yeah, to be expected. Wonder if Viraxel's going to pick up his Anivia.
Potentially.
Most probably.
You see Rumble banned out. They banned out both Morgana and Rumble, so obviously they don't want to come up against that team comp again.
Yeah, and that's always dangerous. You just immediately and reactionarily ban the heroes that owned you last game and potentially leave open even bigger threats.
Yeah, I suppose maybe they back themselves to like... They probably back themselves in team fights, but they just don't want to come up against ults like the Equalizer and Morgana. I forgot Morgana's ult name. Unfortunately, Soul Shackles, there we go. Ults like that are just so game-changing.
Yeah. And especially in those sorts of situations, if you get behind and you're against a team that has those, you know, hard play ults, it becomes very hard to make plays. You just have to be looking to pick. And when you've got the amount of ward coverage that both teams did last game, that becomes even harder.
We see the Karthus ban come out, Karthus and Z ban come out from VGN. I think that Z ban might be targeted at Volf. He's played a lot of Z top, I know. And we see Tristana banned, so they've just banned out 3 of the heroes from the team comp they just played against.
Yeah. But Tristana is a very solid ban. Like, she's just so dominant in late game.
And we saw it yesterday as well, I think, with sorry, not yesterday, last week, down under Dream Team, playing against Jack Attack's team. I think they took one game off. I think Down Under Dream Team took a game off VGR just with that Tristana range straight on turrets.
Just having that big bulky front line protecting your small girl from the unwanted advances of the other team.
Yep. And Nexus thinks, oh no, it's not Twitch, it's going to be a Kate. And he's picking up yes again.
Didn't really work for him last game.
No, I have to say is he's got a little bit crushed by that Tristana last game, and I'm not sure, but I just see like Kate seems like she'd do reasonably well against Zeds as well, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, like Kate's just so dominant early game with that passive, with that range. But like Easy and Kate both kind of excel at poking.
Alright, well let's see if they're gonna oh no, it's not gonna be a support Lux. It's gonna be Lou. Okay, we've got some predictions. Edible Paper reckons Nang's is gonna play Vad and Rise on Viraxel. And Rise again just one of those champions that becomes a hyper carry late game with a lot of tankiness built in as well.
Thresh is actually open.
Yep.
So interesting decision there, not taking it on blue, maybe.
And there we go, there's the TF picked up. Oh no, actually it's not going to be TF, or is it?
No, I think...
I was watching the Korean stream last night, the ONG, and over there, in all 60 games, 5 weeks in a row, every game, 60 games in a row, TF has been either picked or banned. Like 100% pick or ban rate.
Yeah, well, it's just such a dominant hero. It's just such good poke, good CC, and lol.
There we go, sorry, OGN, ONG, wait. What is it?
Ong.
Yeah, I probably had that wrong. I thought it was OGN, and whatever. There we go, it is OGN. On GameNet. My apologies there.
I wouldn't apologize.
Alright, I take back that apology. Anyway, we do see the TF locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, TF's got something like a 65 to 70% win rate in that league, so... Just, yeah, as you say, it's one of those heroes that can just engage from anywhere at any time. And, oh, there we go, we see Volv picking up Wukong and into Stealth on a Mumu, so... Quite a strong team comp here for team fights.
Yeah, Volf is very comfortable on that Wukong. Like, we've seen him play it a lot. And, you know, get the double ult combo off a Mumu. Bandaging in, boom, Volf, Nimber striking in, ultimate, boom.
Yeah, Wukong is, just that ult so clutch. And I've played a bit of Wukong as well, just your ability to just go decoy into Nimber Strike and ult.
Yeah.
It's true, TF's ult does actually, it cancels out that decoy from Wukong, and you can just gold card if he ults, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, but, ult needs to be up every single time, and just using that specifically to cancel the decoy isn't really value.
It's a good point. And yeah, we may see. Just seeing a few of the commentators talking in the stream. Possibly an Ari. I mean, that would be a pretty sick team comp. I mean, you drop that Ari ball onto either into the stealth or Wolf.
Yeah, but
And just
equally,
go
we
all
could see a Cassidon pick. We saw the Cassidon being used to extremely good pressure in the sort of split push mobility team.
Yeah.
Earlier on in the tournament.
But I think Caston would have an extremely tough time against Darius in lane though.
Against Darius.
Oh wait, no, they're switching around. Now it's Nunu, now it's Timo. So who knows what it's going to be. I want to see Nasus. I love Nasus. I think Nangs is just trolling us a bit here, but let's see what he ends up with. That's Jace. And we got a jungle Zac.
Oh!
The Cassidon, okay. So are we going to see that Cassidon pick?
Well, I called it. They could just be picking it because I called it, but no, we've seen this sort of combo before, and it worked very well.
So do you think they'd try send Cassidon up top again to split push and Wolf?
Well, you know, top, bottom, wherever. Like, peel off one of their team, and then, you know, Raw backs himself to be able to take him 1v1. And we actually saw in one of those previous games that Raw was actually able to push down bot and get inhib versus a Shen.
Yeah, it's the ability to cancel that ult with that null sphere. Just brutal.
Yeah, so we're not going to see that play out, but I definitely think you'll be looking to see a huge amount of mobility and that Cassidon splitting off.
So yeah, this should be a good game. Looking forward to it. Like, and also, I don't know. Although the Cassidon pick, the only reason I'm a little bit surprised is it just doesn't have that utility of something like the Ari.
Yeah, but I guess the way they look at it, they've already got an Amumu ult. They've already got Wolf ult. Like, they don't really need... Like, going full AoE kind of cheese doesn't always end well because you got to get all three off.
Yeah, dropping the wombo combo and you know, if you shank an Ari ult or something, you miss it, and your whole team's in a bit of trouble. Yeah, they've got that Amumu, they've got that Wukong Cyclone,
and like they've got the Isolde as well. Like it's probably a lot better to diversify a bit and have that Cassidon who can jump around and dirt people. Oh my god, hosted by OceanicGaming.
Interesting.
That's bloody horrible.
Yep, so we're gonna have to call you up for that, Rob.
Did he make the overlay? I don't know.
I don't know, but he didn't notice it. I suppose we didn't notice it either, but...
Well, yeah, I don't pay attention to much.
We're busy shoutcasting. And the mix 1-2-3. I've seen that game. I've seen that guy around. I think he's some random noob who plays mid.
Nah, I don't think he's a random noob. He's just a noob.
Yeah.
Big noob. 1% win rate.
Something like that. Oh, that's right. He's that guy after carrying Jokya. Bit annoying.
For people's whisper.
No, this is game 2. VGN actually picked up game 1 in pretty dominating fashion, really. Just off the back of that Morgan Rumble combo. Well, actually, we have to give it to bot lane as well. That Tristana just dominated that is.
Yeah, it's unfortunate the People's Whisperer isn't here today.
Who was the People's Whisperer?
Rubble Man.
Oh, I see. I see. Alright, so we're just waiting for the game to start now. 1 minute 37 left.
And I guess at the end of the day, we could all use a bit of time to sit down and really reflect on our own personal circumstances and on what's going on in our lives.
No, I just prefer a full sort of slate of League of Legends. Push all the other problems and issues to one side.
Yeah, well, that's probably not healthy in the long run.
Gotta grind that ELO all day, every day. We do see Cassidon actually pick up teleport here, which is
Yeah.
Usually it's either Flash Ignite or Teleport Flash, depending on what type of gameplay you're going for.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
suppose
standard.
he's probably picked up that Teleport as well in a sense, so he can follow around that TF.
And also just to get, increase that mobility so they can TP bot, jump on someone, boom.
Yep. And one thing as well that we haven't pointed out is Cassidy is actually quite good against TF in the sense that if TF wants to ult, he's going to have to back out of range. Because
Yeah.
if he drops that ult and Cassidy just reforks in and silences him, that's a big waste.
Yeah. But I guess the one advantage of taking an EZ over a Varus is that mobility.
Yep.
So he can keep up with Volv, he can keep up with Raw, he can keep himself out of danger, especially with that Lulu. And Varus with this team comp, you may see synergies with the Varus ult, the Amumu ult, and the Volv ult, but they've already got Volv to flash, Nimbus Strike in an ult to allow Amumu to get in there. Having more just AoE stuns, it's DR.
Diminishing returns. Did I pick up on that one?
Oh, come on, man. You played well.
I did indeed. All right, I think we're about to start. We're in loading screen.
Oh, Kalu, Kale, Frab Joyous Day, he chortled in his joy. But yeah, we are streaming live from the Oceanic Gaming Streaming Center, located in the heart of Auckland.
Indeed,
This is the Blackshop Champion Series.
Yep, so we should probably give another shout out to Blackshop for sponsoring this tournament. I mean, the biggest New Zealand, biggest League of Legends esports tournament so far.
Yep.
By
With
a large
the
margin,
best shoutcasters in the world.
I'd say in the world. Probably and beyond.
Probably the universe, yeah.
Yeah. There we go, into the game.
And look, they're all buying items. We've got a Crystalline Frost going down on Volf. Look for that sustain lane, getting that early ward.
Usually a strong start buying items to start the game.
Yeah, I generally like to do that. But sometimes I like to mix it up and I don't buy items.
You're just like YOLO and why buy items? Just be the man.
Who needs items?
When you have swag.
When you have swag and just skills.
Yeah. Anyway, so what are we going to see here? We see the pings go out early. I think
you're probably going to see action around that blue because everybody's like, wow, it's a Moo. He needs his blue. So let's get in there and take it away from him. But we're seeing those early wards, getting that vision. They know what's going down. It's not solo queue. Your team doesn't AFK for 30 seconds in the game. They don't go to the bathroom or get some food.
No.
So it makes those invades a bit hard. You can't just run to that mid bush and expect to get in there first and pick up somebody coming out to check it.
Which is always hilarious when it happens. But
oh, yeah.
Yeah, as anyone who's played a moment knows, I mean, if you lose that blue when you're trying to jungle, it's pretty game-breaking, really.
Yeah.
You're just your sad mum becomes a lot more depressed.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, so and it'll pay just pointing out like a bit of a poke comp on VG, and then they've got those Twisted Fate cards and that Jace Gage. Oh, that's not the Jace Gate. And even the Kate with her long range, just the peacemakers.
But like at the end of the day, VGR are going to be looking to do the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Just boost in, get their odds off.
One reason they may have picked up Zach there is he might do a good job at disrupting it. I mean, if they get those ults dropped them, like the Volv ult plus the Mumu ult, if Zach's able to just sort of drop his ult in there, it might provide them some time to disengage and go back in. It's like you occasionally used to see sort of people play Cho'Gath against the Mumu ult because, you know, Mumu drops his ult in and Cho'Gath just drops that big circle on 2 or 3 people.
And he also just becomes ridiculously big.
Oh, there we go. Just I say, oh, hopefully I beat you to it, but he mentioned Cho as well.
And we're seeing a 200 gold difference already.
It's been picked up pretty quickly. I suppose that a bit of that might just be those 2 golems that blue team took there.
Yep. And also Caitlyn's up a couple of CS. TF's up some CS.
Yep.
And Jace is up some CS.
And what we might see in this, we see into stealth pad. It's going for a very early gank onto the Jace here, but that's all warded up.
Easily spotted out by the ward. But Rice Cakes is getting some good poking on bot.
Yep.
Yeah, the spot lane seems to be definitely
improvement on the last one.
Yeah.
I'd say so. I think what we might see in the mid lane here is Raw might have a bit of a tough time in the early going, but once he sort of hits 6 and has that ult, it becomes a very difficult lane for TF.
Yeah, and like if we look at the bot lane, the amount of damage that's gone out on that Caitlyn, she's already at like a 3rd health or a 6th health maybe.
Yeah, and TF's doing a good job of like
And boom, just another Q landing on that easy every single time. And like the hook in for Thresh, like it was a good hook, but at the end of the day, Kate's just doesn't have the health to capitalize on it.
And Thresh has been nerfed a little bit just with that Death Sentence, the passive getting switched onto Flay instead of Death Sentence. So if you are maxing out that hook, you don't also get the maxed out passive these days.
Oh, lovely poke from Rice Cakes. It's kind of going the opposite to the way top lane is going, really, with Jace getting in quite a bit of poke and Wolf being forced to drink those health pots, use those flask charges.
Yeah, the thing about Jace against like some early ends like melee heroes early game is that you can just sit. Whoa,
First blood.
Well
They
done.
go for the support and Easy just picks up the kill.
Yep.
A bit of a misstep there because there wasn't even an assist going on that Caitlyn, and that's really not what you want.
I actually missed part of that, but I think that's the danger. If you try and engage on the support and just leave that AD carry open, then that's what can happen.
Yeah, especially when your AD carries on like 100 health. It's not going to end well.
And despite the fact that was a 1-for-1, that's a big advantage in VGR's favour. They got the first blood and they got that kill onto the AD carry.
Yeah, exactly where you want it. Sack trying to get a gank in mid, but Raw just walks out.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, the difficulty in playing a melee hero versus Jace early game is he just sits there in range and pokes away at you all day long.
Get your gates out.
Amuma's going to walk into that brush, he's going to be spotted out by that ward.
Oh, Rice Cakes could be in trouble here.
Yeah, he could be.
Very
actually.
nice lantern. But Lulu gets there just... Oh,
nice.
Lovely hook.
Nice barrier there.
Barrier. And the exhaust as well. So, 2 summoners down. A good amount
Nicely
of
played by Kate there as well, to just using that net to get herself in position to get a little bit more damage down.
Yeah, and the lantern play was also very tight. It was a pity that Rice Cakes had all of his summoners up.
Yeah, we've seen Anxious throw out one more Q and then he's going back to base. Well, Rice Cake's getting caught out there by a nice arcane shift away, but that was a nice hook by Thresh.
Yeah.
I felt Kate could have used that pill. Oh no, it was on cooldown. Yeah, if Peacemaker had been up there, that would have been a kill.
CNZ stealth taxing mid lane, and I don't know why Rice Cakes is sitting around here. Like with that hook being so dominant, he's just not going to be able to get in there and farm. He should just go back, spend that first blood gold, and come down and dominate his lane.
There we go, and there off he goes. Yeah, there's no point hanging around. Like you're not going to be able to farm. You're just risking death.
And you're just increasing the amount of damage that the other team is going to be able to get on the turret and the amount of free farm time they're going to have.
Particularly if we consider both the summoner spells down as well. I hear we see NZ Stealth come in to try and protect this lane a little bit.
Yeah. Just taxing as well, getting some movement.
I think he might just be trying to rush that level 6 a bit.
Yeah, rush the level 6 and rush the boots.
Yeah, I saw that in the LCS EU final the other day. Gambit Gaming actually, they let Nasus tax I think 2 or 3 different lanes in a row just so he could try rush at level 6 and get that early dragon.
Yeah. So that is okay, just getting that early advantage.
So Cassidy doing quite a good job here, I feel. He's only 8 CS behind. I mean, Cassidy's not the strongest early laner.
No.
And there we go.
It's just becoming harder and harder for Firaxel now that he's got that blink. And he's definitely going to be looking to get... Oh, nice blink. Gold card goes flying.
And that's the problem with Cassidy. Once he gets to level 6, it becomes very difficult to lock down.
And I think we're going to see a TP gank sometime in the next 3 minutes. You can quote me on that.
Alright. 7 minutes in, so...
Yeah, sometime before 10:10 we'll see a Cass TP gang. I hope none of the teams are watching the stream.
Alright, and we see... Oh, we're on delay anyway, so...
Well, yeah, but 3 minutes, eh?
Yeah, true. We've just seen blue buff come up for VGR, so I'm pretty sure they're going to give that away to Cassidy, and he might look to roam around a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely looking like, yep, he's going over to get him. TF looks like he might try steal with the wild cards, or just head bot.
And he's going to throw those cards over the wall, but sort of get picked up. But I mean, that's just good play from TF there. I mean, you don't lose anything doing that, and every so often you pick up a free blue buff.
Yeah, because he cleared the wave, so...
And that's just understanding that, like, Amuma's not going to be using Smite there because he wants to be giving it away to Cassidy.
Yeah. But Casson taking quite a bit of damage. I expect to see him recall
See if
soon.
I go down to bot lane here,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Zach's actually in there, and he is
Mumu's coming right at the right time.
Oh,
Got
excellent
the ult
over there.
off, getting the damage onto the Caitlyn. Zach's
Yep,
jumping
see,
on.
Zach, they might actually drop that is. They did drop that is.
And NZ Stealth focusing on Thresh. Or was he hooked? Not quite sure.
They couldn't seem to get the damage down on. Oh, and Caitlyn did use barrier there, good use of barrier, but they just couldn't seem to get her down before Iz got taken out.
Yeah, and the Casson TP was up there, but the amount of damage he'd taken in mid just meant he couldn't get in there. Because if we actually had a successful Casson TP, that would have been probably a triple.
Yeah, and actually there was a ward down on that brush, so he could have teleported to that once they saw him come in, but
Yeah.
obviously just didn't have the health, as you say. And we see TF looking to go for a gank up top here. We may see his ult come out.
Yeah,
There we go, there's the Destiny.
Will Nangs die?
Oh, good work from
Very
Evolve there.
Yeah. Best of what ended up being a bad situation once he saw that ult going down.
Definitely, I mean, and at the end, if you use that TF ult, then it's valuable.
I expect they're going to try go for a dragon here.
Yeah, they may actually. I mean,
TF's top.
TF's top, his ult's down. Yep, and you're right. There we go. We see the Castle and collapse down.
Yeah. That's what you got to be doing. You got to be looking for when the other team's out of position and take those opportunities. Like, and VGN knows this is happening as well.
Simply nothing they can do about it.
Yeah.
And there we go. I mean, that's why that was strong play from Volk. They're picking up that kill because I mean, once you know their top lane is dead, their mid lane is up top, and the jungle's not close. That just ensures you that free dragon. I mean, they probably would have got it anyway, but it just makes it that a little bit more safe.
Yep. And I'm running out of time for the TP gank. See, it would have come down. It would have come down if the Cass hadn't been absolutely murked on lane.
That's true. And then we see the Castle, you know, creeping reasonably well. He's falling a little bit behind. Although, we see that VGN has picked up that 1.6k gold early lead.
Yeah. And that's even with a dragon.
Yeah, I suppose they do have that turret. They traded a turret for a dragon essentially, so didn't end up being too big.
I really need to get some forward-placed wards out in that bot lane so Casson can actually TP down and do some damage.
And yeah, despite what I was saying about Wukong potentially having a tough time against Jace, he's actually ahead in CS.
Yeah, it's done well.
And he ate that TF gank as well, so I don't know. He's picked up red actually on his side. Just give him a bit more help on lane.
Get in there, get the engage, get that buff ticking.
Yeah, and we see he's built just some early armor there.
Pretty safe start.
Yep.
Brutalized
Actually,
double armor.
Probably going to turn that into a
Warden's
Warden's Mail. That's what I'm looking for.
Yep.
And I think we might see Mumu try to roam gank for a bot here.
Yeah. Maybe Cass is backing up to get a TP.
He's going to walk right over that ward. I
Yeah.
think he's looking to roam top, but yeah. Again, actually, we see two wards in one brush. We've seen a couple of mistakes like that.
Yeah. And they were placed at the exact same time, so.
Alright, let's see if Zach might try and make a play here on this Castle. No, doesn't look like it.
Oh, here he goes.
Here it comes.
Oh, he's just going for
Going for the threats.
Yeah, the TP on that Casson has been severely underutilized so far.
So yeah, he just hasn't really had the opportunity. I mean, apart from that one gate down at bot, he just hasn't had the chance.
But like, he can create an opportunity. Like, if he just TPs out.
Oh, nice box from the ult, Thresh. They might be able to pick up Lulu. Oh, Lulu's forced to ult, but she's going to go down anyway. Oh, nice slash at the last moment.
And Delta Freeze might die here.
Oh, gets him just before that ult goes off.
Here comes the TP gang. This is what I'm
TP gang. There we go.
But he's not going to
could go.
to die. He's just
Here's
going
a counter gank from the TF. Oh, that went
Indeed. Very nice interrupt by NZ Stealth there. That's why he didn't turn up in the lane, but man.
Yeah, I think Caston just fully overestimated how strong he was there. I mean, it's pretty standard Castle going tears into catalyst into boots, but the thing is, before you get that, the blasting run, I don't know, whatever, for Wrath of Ages, you don't necessarily have that much burst. I just felt like he either should have teleported a little bit earlier, or just waited, I don't know, hopefully he could go in more safely, or just not gone at all, really.
Yeah, it was a hard situation. Like, you see two of your bot lane die. And then
Yeah, that's a good point, Carly Lol there. That if he tries to, if Cass does TP, then TF just shoves down that turret, and he has actually picked up that turret there. It's just with the continuous wild card spam plus that blue card giving you infinite mana. On top of double Dorans.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, losing one turret versus stopping your ADC and your support getting murked and getting a kill.
Yeah. Like,
At this point, like...
I really feel like if he'd altered, I mean, maybe there was just a lack of communication there. I mean, if he'd teleported, if he teleported down as soon as that box went down, then that fight would have gone completely differently, because that was extremely close.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very unfortunate. That's gone from a sort of relatively even bot lane to just a big stomp for VGN now. 25 CS.
Easy was dominating with the poke early on. Oh, very nice wildcard Piltover combo.
We see a 5,000 gold gaps opened up, only 14 minutes in.
That's quite dominant. And that's even with VGR getting that dragon.
Yeah. And we see they picked up actually all 3 outer turrets so far as well. So that just gives them a huge vision advantage.
And they're just grouping up to use that poke now. And the problem is that VGR probably can't just hard engage, although both is trying. His ult goes on one person. Here comes the Amumu ult.
Oh,
the stun goes down!
Oh, we managed to get his ult just in time.
Yeah, that was...
They are going to pick up some kills off the back of this, but can they get that Caitlyn who's just ready for the back? Oh, that is going to go...
Nice Kate.
Nice barrier, nice barrier. And we see actually Kate's moving on to that Cassidy here, but he looks like he might just be able to walk out. Oh, yep.
Here comes the TF ult.
TF ult.
Pick up that EZ. 180. And here comes the shift. And the
Oh, nice. Well played by Rice Cake there, just dodging everything.
Yeah. Bit unfortunate for poor old Zaki.
Yep. Caitlyn going to Piltover Peacemaker, but it's not going to hit anyone. One thing I noticed there is that ward down in that brush just by blue buff. That allowed Kate to get that ult off because of the vision on Ez, which nearly got the kill, which would have got a kill if it hadn't been for barrier.
Yeah.
And I think we saw there what VGR is going to try and pull off in these team fights. Like, Wolf went in for that engage. I think he used Flash, but he just couldn't quite get that ult down enough people.
He only got it on that Thresh pretty much, and then the Amumu came in afterwards and managed to get a better ult off, but it wasn't really what they were wanting. They're wanting the whole team locked down and one ult into the next ult.
Yeah. I mean, if Wolf had been, if he managed to get in there just a little bit quicker, he might have been able to knock up all 3 in that ult right away.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit difficult for him because of, we see it quite going down to Dragon here actually, we'll talk more about that later.
Yeah. But I don't think it's going to
really need to pick this up.
It's going to look to steal. Yeah,
oh no,
Stolen gets it. The Zac goes down. Wolf getting in on that.
And actually pick up,
very nice
as well.
Card. Very nice. Got off a bit of a damage.
And this fight's actually going really well for VGR.
Oh, that was a big card though.
Well played, that's a 4 for 1. And that's actually completely just shifted the momentum of the game.
Yeah, but they did steal Dragon.
They did? I mean...
Although the kills are now equal, we've really got to see what they do with this. Now, Kate's just going in and getting the kill.
Yeah, that Lulu ult came out a bit late there. That should have really gone down on that Amumu.
Will Nangs get raw? He will! Wow. And see that once again, just...
Yeah.
Okay, your Lulu got a kill and you got 2 assists, but went from equal to picking up 2 for 1.
Yeah, I mean, that went from a 4 for 1 to being a 4 for 3, plus they lost Dragon, so that's really unfortunate there.
Wow. 5 for 3.
5 for 3?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, they got Jace as well, man. Yeah, of course.
But, you know, the Lulu was the one the kill went on, and was the one left alive, so... I'd still say that VGN are a bit ahead.
Definitely. And the thing to note with Wukong's ult there, VGN's actually got quite a lot of tools to stop that. They've got the Jace knockback with his E and his melee form. They've got their Thresh Flay. They've got the TF gold card in like a Kate trap, for example.
Yeah, and we saw the gold card being used very well on Amumu. Amumu was going in there hard to get that ult off. TF gold carded him and backed out of that ult range, so he was fine.
Yeah, and like I think that Ez ult could have done a bit more damage than it did that fight. Like I saw it just miss that Kate, which would have finished him off that little bit quicker in the jungle. Yeah. An interesting thing there as well is that I thought that Zach might have been able to try like jump over the wall and steal it blue, but it was actually Kate who picked that up in the air.
Yeah, Piltovered it.
So because Into Stealth usually very strong on those smites, so perhaps he just missed. Either he was CC'd by Zach possibly, or he just mistimed that.
Yeah, because it's a bit unusual to see that Piltover take up.
And we see Cass actually top here rather than when his blue buff's up, and see if VGN try and do something with that. Taking blue buff away from Cass is
quite big. Yeah. They seem to be trying to set something up here. Very nice gold card, but the blink comes out just in time.
Well, had forced to use Flash here, he really shouldn't have been caught by that card.
Yeah.
And that's a big cooldown to burn on just a nothing fight, really.
But Volth is actually pretty big at this point in time. He was trading very well 1v1 with the Jace. Jumping in, getting that Q off, getting the number strike off.
Okay, you can smite well CC'd apart from suppress. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Thank you, Carly. I don't know, some people not liking the tiers of the Goddess on Capstan. I mean, I used to not build it either, but with the change to make it 700 gold rather than the 900 it used to be, I just feel tonight you can pick up quickly and just stack it up and then not have those minor issues that you otherwise might run into. I'm sure you've got the Catalyst and tiers, and he actually stole that blue away with wildcards, and that's just really unfortunate.
Gold card goes out on Volth, gets some damage in.
Yep. Oh, nice. Oh, nice in the TF into stealth. Yeah, they're going to drop that TF, and that's the fight they wanted.
Down.
And we see the folks there, they should really be looking to drop either the Jace or the Caitlyn next.
Yeah.
And there we go, there we see Cass moving on to the Kate, but getting kited a bit. And he's going to go down to...
Oh, very nice bandage from a Mumu. And the damage goes down and Kate goes down. Both putting in work here.
A 3-for-1 there. And that was really, I mean, we have to give a lot of credit to Stealth there, just picking up really nice. And a flash for that as well?
The flash is down. Yeah, so that was definitely used.
The problem is we saw that yet again there. The Cassidy went onto that Kate, but they just don't seem to have the proper focus. Like once you rift walk in his Cassidy, you're pretty much committed. You're going to kill or be killed against the AD carry like that. And he used his cooldowns, didn't kill Kate, and then he just dropped in the next sort of 4 or 5 seconds. Yeah, I mean, extremely well played by Enter Stealth there.
Yeah, and it was a great ult getting all of them in, and then Volth went straight in and just absolutely destroyed that TF.
Yep. I think the one mistake they made there is letting that cat, or I'm not sure if it was Raw's fault or the team's fault, but him going all in that cast, on the Kate, sorry, I felt it wasn't really worth it. He probably could have done a bit more damage if he just kind of hung around and chosen his point, I don't know, a bit more carefully. The VGR are doing a really good job of bringing themselves back into this game. I mean, they've narrowed that gold lead to about 3,500 now. Oh no, sorry. What am I talking about? It's about 4.5, 5,000. So
4.8k.
So yeah, it's actually sticking around that 4 to 5k. But they're actually hitting kills now, and it's starting to get a few levels.
Yeah, and like eventually Cass is going to get to the point where he does have enough burst to just rift walk in and get that damage off.
Yeah, and I really do feel that VGR has the sort of superior team comp for team fights here. I mean, we saw what happened there. Just entered stealth, dropping that bandage toss into flash into ult.
Yeah, just don't stick around. Don't sit in those poke situations. Wait for the ult and ult for your stuff.
Because their team is reasonably squishy. If you look at, like, you know, they've got Jace, Caitlyn, TF. I mean, Zach's going reasonably tank, but that's the only real tank they have. I think we see Volth building towards that range instead, just to give, I don't know, his ult a little bit more sticking power, I guess. If you drop that ult into 4 people plus the range and slow, that just helps immensely with everything else. We see VGN just pick up a quick dragon there for free.
Push that gold gap out a bit further.
Yep. Jeez, up to 6,000 now.
And so many wards here for VGN, like, they just want to make those opportunities.
Yeah, that's the difficulty as well. And Cassidy didn't have his splashdown for that last fight, didn't have that blue buff. I mean, if he'd had those two, it could have been a lot different. I mean, he wouldn't have died if he had flashed that fight. That's why him getting caught out by that gold card earlier was just not a good play.
No.
there seems to be a fight about to go down for this next turret.
Yeah, and I don't think VGR would mind a fight here. They got all their ults up.
Yeah, it's
They've got their summoners.
I suppose with the poke comp in VGN, they feel they might be able to siege us quite nicely, and then just poke, and then when the time's right, just all run in.
Yeah, like Ignite's up in about 15 seconds.
But yeah, I think they have a lot of difficulty trying to rush down this turret, though. I mean, Amumu ult plus Wukong ult's not going to go well for them.
Yeah, because Flash will be up in about 30 seconds for that move, so they'll probably just stall out till those last couple of summoners come up, and then you'll just see NZ stealth. Maybe sneak off and try come around the back, or just Flash bandage him.
Yeah, because we see Jace is Flash nearly up, but both Ez and Lulu nearly up their Flash up as well.
Oh, that's
gonna. That's
what you want happening. NZ stealth getting out in the front there. He gets the ult down. And this bomb goes down, very nice, knocking everybody up. A lot of damage.
Kate doing a lot of work there though, just poking out people in the back. He's going to take down Lou. That's a double kill.
Doing that damage, and Rice Cakes is still on full health, but he's just not really having the same amount of impact. And
nice work from Iz there. Well done.
Both teammates not letting him go down.
So it ended up being just a 2 for 2 in the end there.
And it was support for support, top lane for top lane.
But again, we just saw that Kate just in the back line, sitting there getting free damage on everyone. And like that Zac ult managed to do a good job of just getting some peel for her so they couldn't get through.
Yeah.
And also, one thing I want to point out, I think this Cassin is riff walking in a little bit too early. I don't know what you guys think as viewers, but I saw him riff walk in to go for that thresh to finish off the kill there. But once he was in there, he just took so much damage that he didn't have the ability to either riff walk after that Kate to finish off that kill or just go for the TF. Yeah, and we think, yeah, there we go. They're going to take away that blue buff once again.
And yeah, as a Cassin, you just got to be so sour about that.
Yeah, I mean, it just really makes your life a whole much. And I mean, it means they get that blue buff onto Chase as well. He's just about to pick it up.
And that's just going to mean poke all day.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're running a poke comp with Jace and TF and you've both got blue buff, it's very hard to defend against.
Yeah.
One thing we do see though is Kate was forced to burn Flash that team fight, so it was Zac, whereas on the VGR side, they've all got their summoners up. Apart from the Lose exhaust went down. So we'll have to see if that sort of impacts things next fight.
Yeah, and like the Amumu ult's back up in a couple of seconds.
I think I might have missed that, but I think Kate might have been able to flash out of that Wukong ult, so she take the full damage. So I mean, I'm talking here saying that VGR's not putting enough focus into that Kate, but we have to give some credit to Kate for just doing a job, staying in the back line and being able to just sit there and shut down people.
Yeah, she doesn't have cleanse as well, so that makes it even more impressive that she's managed to get out here. And very nice ult from Volk, but no support.
There we go, they've got
the kill, but yeah, this is going to end
badly for them. Oh, so unless can the Cass pick up? And the Cass isn't going to be able to pick up the Kate again, I think. Oh no, she does pick her up this time. Well done.
And here's his stuff just being an absolute rock in the middle of that fight, and Raw's going to try to get out here, but yep, Flash
pick up the Jace.
Oh, they don't. Will NZ stealth be able to flash? No, just getting those pokes.
The problem also with that fight is Lulu just wasn't there for that team fight. I'm pretty sure she was running down from base, so...
Yeah,
I think Wolf saw the opportunity and went for it because he had a nice sort of jump from Zac there, but actually no, he looks like
out on a left. Yeah, NZ stealth coming back in, but he's got no mana.
And that's what you were talking about earlier actually. Cass has got to the point now where he is able to just go all in and take out that Kate. I thought Kate might be able to take him down, but his cooldowns came up just in time.
Yeah, but the issue there is like their team is so orientated around having your team as a unit, getting those ults off, and they just weren't together there.
I think Wolf saw the opportunity to get that ult down onto the TF and thought he had to take it. Ez backed him up quite nicely, but the problem was Lulu wasn't base, and by the time he got there, the fight was over. And
he probably didn't quite realize that their whole team was there.
Yep.
Because when he was jumping in, it was just TF and Kate.
And Cassim not actually using Flash that team fight.
Yeah, I guess he felt once he had, riff walked out that he was a bit buggered.
Yeah, and I see he's going for the cooldown bits this game. Possibly because his blue buff keeps getting taken away, it just doesn't have that.
Yeah, but sorry about that.
And we see his tiers actually stacking up. It's up to 660, so I'm wondering if he's going to go for that Sonya's Hourglass or Starish the Embrace first. Or neither, just go straight for Death Cap. The only issue I have with this build is him building that Seeker's Arm Guard. I mean, he might need it because it's getting shredded down, but I would have thought he'd really just want that burst to try and take down that Kate.
Happy dead. Kate's dead. A lot of clearing of worlds at Baron. I think we're going to see Volf trying to make some plays on JC if he pushes out the lane.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with the people in the stream here, and think like Cassidy. I don't really agree with that boots purchase, and I think he could be playing a bit better this game. And Raw's an extremely good player. We've seen him play Cass before. I just think a few of his decisions this game have really sort of haunted him. Particularly that time he got caught out with that gold card when he could have just riff walked in mid, which meant led to him die the next team fight for lack of flash. We see actually VGN starting Baron here, and Cassidy is split pushing bot, but they're gonna have to react very quickly here.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they've got the AoE ults up. If they drop the AoE ults in here,
I think okay, they're gonna recognize how they're doing it, but no, it's too late.
Oh, and the team's gonna stand
nice
over. Very nice box.
Very, very nice. Oh, we see the Cass and TP come in, but it might be a bit late. Oh no, he's
going to get the Thresh, but is that really the
but
person you want to be focusing?
they're gonna have to try disengage as best they can here.
Oh, riff walking into some serious.
Very, very dangerous riff walk.
Come on, yeah.
Oh, snuck past the EZ and he's dead.
That's big.
Oh man, you got to be angry with Riot for that one. 'Cause he looked like he was right in the line for that.
I think he just missed it, man. I think he is.
Parallax error.
And again, I mean, that's just a fight. I mean, it was well played by the Thresh to make sure he got that lantern over the wall, but I think VGR just didn't really react quick enough to the fact that the whole team of VGN wasn't on the map. They casted and pushing bot, but I would have
And
thought
also, the Thresh blatantly cleared all the wards around from
yeah,
there.
like I would have thought. So, I mean, it's easier for us to say, I suppose, watching the game from here, but I would have thought a team like VGR would perhaps recognize that was going down, try and get a ward down over the wall so they could hard engage to get the teleport TP into the Baron pit along with the Muma's ult. Because I mean, particularly with their team, if you fight in Baron pit, their whole team's locked down there. You can just drop everything on them at once.
It's such a good choke point for all those AoE ults.
Yeah. And I really just feel that, yeah, that Castle and Rift Walk just put himself in danger when he didn't need to be.
Yeah, and going for the Thresh once the box had gone down.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, the Thresh did a good job by killing out those wards and keeping them zoned, but I thought as soon as they saw them there with that Oracles, that should have been sort of red lights flashing, they're doing Baron. I mean, as soon as the whole team went missing, to be honest, it should have been like, well, they're probably... The problem is they don't have wards down in the opposing team's jungle, so they might have thought they were going down for Cassidy, but... I don't know, 30 minutes into the game. And that's now about an 11,000 gold lead.
So that's significant. And I think everybody knows that.
Yeah.
You gotta be pretty new to the game to...
I'm Baron, mid inhib. It's not
like
good.
two and a half IEs. Maybe a bit more. 2 3/4.
I think the fact that both Volf on Wukong and Rice Cakes, they just don't quite have their level 3 ults yet, and that's really hurting them.
Yeah.
And they might look to try and pick Volf on Wukong here. No, they're not going to. They're sort of angling for it, then gave up.
Yeah, they do have the TF ult up, so if he tries to decoy out, he'll be in a bit of trouble. But this looks like it might actually be a sit-down 5v5 team fight. I think this will be interesting, especially if it's under the turret, to see whether we can get that perfect synergy of those ults going.
Yeah. I suppose it's probably pretty obvious to everyone, this is really the crucial fight. I mean, VGR, anything aside from a convincing win in the team fight in the game's going to be over.
Yeah. But they do have Baron buff. So.
Yep. And we see, I think TF has actually picked up a bullet so they're just
trying that poke, the amount of damage, NZ stealth goes
in. He's not going to get his ult out.
His ult goes out. Man, that was very nice.
Oh, we get nice ult from Wukong, Volf from Wukong there.
Yeah, but Zach just bouncing around like a bouncy ball. Rice Cake's going down to the ult.
And that's going to be GG. And that's going to be a 2-0 sweep to VGN.
Very well played.
Yeah, I don't think VGR's dropped a match in a long, long time in New Zealand tournament, so full credit to VGN. And I think we should say, I mean, they fully... Oh, nice Zhonya's, but I think it's not going to be enough.
No, it's not going to be enough at all, and Zach suicides the turret. But they knew what they had to do. VGN had to stop that Amumu ult, had to stop that Wukong ult from having the full effectiveness. And that's really what they did. And you saw the kind of full combination of that right there. That gold card coming out in that Amumu. Didn't even get the ult off, got immediately chumped down. Just very well played and very well diffused. that team comp.
Yeah, just like it felt like VGN, they did very well from the get-go, though, and they were always ahead in gold, but it just seemed there's some clutch moments there where VGR made a few mistakes that they really shouldn't have. Like that triple kill from the cast teleport down on bot, I mean, obviously did no favors. It just allowed that Kate to get well ahead in that lane and just start going hard.
It's kind of the play that you expect to get you a triple kill, that cast TP, and when it goes horribly wrong, that's so demoralizing.
Yeah, people were pointing out like TF was doing a good job like keeping that lane pushed to stop the cast and teleport, but I think as you were saying earlier, sometimes you might just have to bite the bullet, go for that, because his TP when it came down was just simply too late. I mean, if he TP'd down as soon as that Thresh dropped the box in bot lane, then they probably would have just dropped them and got both those kills.
Because it was still under the turret, but I don't think we really saw that TPing used to its full advantage at all. Like the couple of times it was used just didn't pay off. So maybe you should have gone on Ignite.
Yeah, maybe he should have. I mean, I think he wanted that TP to try and follow around the TF, but at the end of the day, the TF managed to just sort of, I don't know, he managed to, he didn't seem to roam as much as I've seen some Twisted Fates do, but he just managed to shut down that cast.
Oh, totally. And, you know, we didn't see the most clutch TF ults, but they were good.
Yeah. And I feel like the Casson, his build just didn't allow him to do enough damage there. It just didn't allow him to perform the role that his team needed him to do. I felt like they really wanted him to be able to take out either that Kate or the TF just immediately. And I mean, sure, you know, Hourglass, it's never a bad decision as such, but it just kind of set him back too much. Like, I don't have an exact number, but I'm guessing his AP was hovering around somewhere around 200 the whole game.
Yeah.
And that just really isn't enough.
Not enough to get that burst combo off. Oh well. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Who knows? Maybe there might be a bit more streaming next weekend. Well,
yeah, next Saturday. Tune in.
Yep, and we got a few shout-outs to do. First of all, Oceanic Gaming, of course, for organising this whole tournament. You guys are great. Check it out, OceanicGaming.net, I believe.
.nz.
.nz, okay. Blackshop, of course, is sponsoring the tournament. I mean, they put up all the prize money and everything. Very good internet cafe to play at. I mean, they've got some group deal. If you go with 3 people, I think, you get free parking, all that jazz. So, good computers, good place in general. And NZ Law, of course. And you guys are watching.
Yeah, thanks. And if we get 60 people on, that legendary skin, we gave away 1 skin today. Rocket Girl Tristana going to my good buddy Evolution something. He's such a good buddy. I don't really know how to say his name. Well, yeah, it's just Evolution with an accent. But yeah, hang around, jump in the stream, get all your friends to come along. We'll be doing giveaways, we'll be doing the banter, and there'll be some absolutely sweet games next week. So we're going to see that match of VGR versus HTC, the last match of the losers bracket, and then we'll see the grand finals for $1,000.
Yep, and thanks to all the teams playing today. You guys had some really good matches, and I think
some great matches today. We
really have to give full credit to VGN for just being completely dominant. I feel like they just shut down VGR game 1, and then game 2. I felt VGR, I don't know, not to take away from how well VGN played, I felt VGR did make a couple of mistakes here and there that they might have been able to do a bit better with. But
yeah, definitely.
Full credit to VGN just capitalizing on those, playing very well themselves, and yeah, well done.
Great day of games. Thanks for watching.
We will catch you guys later sometime.